Thank you for having me. I've never done speed dating, but I think sounds like it. I come from Uruguay in South America. I'm a 7th generation rancher. My family has sustained themselves being regenerative with pre-industrial practices. My mother's still off the grid. And I know firsthand that the success of what it is to work with nature and how we belong to nature. Nature doesn't belong to us. I've been working in the fashion industry for 2 decades, and I was really empowered to make change when I saw what climate injustice was firsthand in the drought in 2017 in the Horn of Africa, which we know things have gotten much worse as I empathize with rural people. And why does the life between the tropics have to pay the price of how we live in the north? So I'm going to talk to you about simple solutions, because one of the things that really I always want to turn down is when people say it's more expensive to be sustainable in my industry, when does efficiency is not economical sense. So I did a lot of research and development in my own brand, and then I worked for a bigger brand in France, where I understood how the maisons work. Every single thing that we developed at Gabriela Hearst was very easy to implement fast, which that made me very hopeful. For example, we changed everything to recycle hangers made out of cardboard, because 99% of all hangers go to a landfill. Every single person that's what's wearing today, right now, it came packed 2 ways, or hanged or flat packed, and that was also packed in plastic. So we changed that to biodegradable, and then you look at the materiality. I use natural fibers. We stay away from cotton because of what it does to biodiversity. So we do linen, leather, and wool. Wool is being one of the most sustainable fibers that anyone can use. We've been using it as a humanity for 8,000 years. But working in France, realizing how a French maison works. So just imagine a pyramid. On the top of that pyramid is all the high crafted materials, that has a low impact. Then you have in the middle range the industrial materials, the more blazers, sweaters. But really what has the impact of the industry is the volume drivers. Whatever the manufacturers are making in the 20s and the 30th of thousands. So I've confronted myself in a reality where I was bringing revenue to the company, but also our carbon footprint was growing at the same time. So how do you make that chart go one way up and one way down? So you change the volume drivers, and that's what we did. We created a sneaker that had a lower impact than the previous sneaker that saved 80% more water and 30% less carbon footprint. We changed all the denim to recycled cotton. We changed all the bags that were made out of cotton into linen. So that sort of change of focusing on the volume drivers, it's what's really the way to change the big mammoth. And just as a disclaimer, my industry is not the second polluter. That was a nice thing that was said one time and a good headline, but we're not the second polluter. We do have a very bad reputation in water usage that is being addressed and has to be addressed. And then lastly, we have to remember that we're all here because of the usage of fossil fuels. So where are we taking the energy? That's really important. And I've tried to focus. I've talked to every single executive from all the big brands, and they're always the same problem. Where are we taking the energy to do the product that we do? And I think that the solutions are coming with geothermal. And I am a big believer in fusion energy because I've been following that sector. So we know we have to leave the environment. It's a place to regenerate. We know we have to focus in the people who are making our products and who is making our products. The social component is very, very important. But mostly, where are we taking the energy to do what we do? And the private sector bears the big burden of where we are today.